going to go over 5 tips to hit the high notes. And not only hitting the Mariah Carey high notes, but how to just to have a better range in the voice all around. Okay.
One of the things to keep in mind is what's going on inside your larynx. Your larynx houses your vocal cords, and you will see that when your vocal cords are lengthened, they are vibrating faster. And when you're hitting low tones, you are using a different part of your vocal cords. The cords are actually shorter, and the vibration is a lot slower. So once again, on those high notes, your vocal cords are vibrating faster and they are also longer. And on the low notes, slower vibration, shorter vocal cords.
So if you just blow air over your vocal cords, you're not going to get that sound. So here's what I mean. So a, ah, ah. So that's like a wide, broad sound. And here's a, ah, and we have, it's a fast vibration. So I say this to try to explain that you have to create a little bit of healthy tension by producing air, almost like you're trying to put air through a very small space, this very small hole.
So up next, you'll see me using the high range. You'll see how I use a scale to gradually get into that high note, sustain the note, and then do a decrescendo, softly ending the note. So this was a performance, I believe, I'm not even sure which year.
Nothing I can say, totally eclipse of a heart. Totally eclipse of a heart. Turn around.
I really loved wearing that dress. It was so big, I had to literally push the dress from behind, but I felt beautiful in the dress. Hopefully the joy in singing and wearing the gown and giving of my heart and my songs was able to bring pleasure to the audience.
The thing that helped me hit those notes is to not overuse the middle range. So if you find you're talking constantly in a certain range, you want to try to modulate, try to talk a little higher or talk a little lower as well. The other thing that I found that really helped, and this could be unique to my voice, but this is something that helped me, is to developing the low part of the voice. That really helped. E, we, me. E, low E. E, develop that. Way. And I found it easier to get into the high notes. And it's easier to hit the C. Overall, I think developing the entire range of your voice, I would say think of your voice as a continuous string. There's some people that divide the voice into head voice or chest voice. Maybe I love to dance with you. April, May, April, May, April, May. Because I tried to develop my entire voice as if it were part of one voice. You know, I didn't delineate between this is my chest voice and this is my head voice and this is a coloratura voice. They have distinct sounds, but I thought of it as one voice. And here's another tip. I've heard some YouTubers say, try not to hit the higher notes on an inhale. But I have to tell you, that is one of the secrets to developing your voice along a continuum. I would say that's one of the things that I have found to develop your voice overall, like when you're just standing and waiting for the train or when you're downtime, I would just intone and extone, not just in the high range, but throughout the entire range, you know, on this note. Very important that should not replace vocal exercises. It should not replace your vocal exercises. So, developing range overall, I would say you have to find the break in your voice. Usually there's a break in the voice somewhere when you're going from the voice that's utilized primarily in your chest and you're going up. I don't have the break anymore because I smoothed that break out. So here's how you find the break. You start low and you just kind of slide up, and where your voice kind of glitches and catches on your way up is where your break is. Like if you're here, let's say you start here. On the way up, somewhere in there, you would have a little break in the voice. So where you have that break is where you want to pinpoint the break. And then you want to start a little bit above the break. Let's say your break happened, here's middle C. Let's say your break happened around A, where you felt the break. Usually it might be a little bit lower, but just for example, find where your voice breaks, start a little higher, and just start very softly down. So if your break was on A, you start above on B, crescendo down. And over time, that will strengthen your voice. So that's a big secret to strengthening your voice.
Well, I really hope you enjoyed this series on how to hit Mariah Carey high notes. I enjoyed making this video, my very first video, and now I am off to work.
Shaky video.